Good afternoon, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talks. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. It is Sunday. It is the end of the weekend, and we're about ready to start a new week. So it's back to the grind tomorrow. However, before I go on with tonight's video, I want to show you guys this real quick. If anybody wanted to do a shout-out video or did a shout-out video and you did not get recognized yet for the giveaway, please make sure that you leave a comment on... make sure I see your comment. Preferably, you're supposed to leave it on the giveaway video, but as long as I see your shout-out video, you're golden. Amazing opportunity to win some free silver. Only 3 people are entered. So one of these 3, as of right now, will probably be a winner. Now, there's still 2 more days to get a shout-out video in. If you want, I would recommend doing it. It's pretty simple to do. You can go to any of these 3 channels and check theirs out. I think it was JM Sparger that never did any kind of shout out video before and was able to do one. So it was pretty simple, and it was a great video. So with that being said, only 3 people in it. Now, also, if you can, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps out the channel. And leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know why you stack, why you prep, because that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Because when silver explodes, it is going to go crazy and it's going to go fast, I believe. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Some of the reasons I believe that silver is about ready to skyrocket. This video was inspired kind of by a comment that I just saw not even 20 minutes ago. Basically that he had been stacking for a long time. And when he started stacking, it was prepping and stacking. And the end and the collapse of the dollar has not came yet. But when it does come, you know, his exact words, it's going to come when it comes. And to a point, that's true. And I want people to understand that when it comes, it's going to happen fast. It's going to start off slow. We're going to see maybe a few bank failures or something crazy like that. Speaking of bank failures, we've already seen some. We just saw another one on Friday. So only 3 days ago, we saw another one collapse. Now, some people might make an argument it didn't collapse. It was a forced sale or a organized sale by the FDIC. In my opinion, if FDIC has to get involved and work a deal out where a bank has to get sold off to another bank, it fell. It fell, and it's just one more domino. The more of these little Jenga blocks that we take out of the tower, the more the tower gets unbalanced and it's going to fall. And, you know, you might see if you've ever played Jenga where the blocks get a little wobbly early on. You know, oh, it's not going to fall. We got it. And all of a sudden, all at once, ba-bam, it falls. And I have a belief that that's kind of going to be what happens with the dollar. I hate to say that. It's going to be a road still. I'm not saying it's going to happen next month when the BRICS has its meeting. It could be. But each time a block gets taken out, the tower gets a little bit more unbalanced, uneven, wobbly. And eventually when it falls, the people that don't have silver are going to be left out holding the bag. And what I mean by that is a lot of people out there think they own silver because they own SLV contracts. Here's the thing. There's more SLV contracts out there than there are ounces of silver. And that's plain and simple. You can go and look that information up. That's factual. Some people, well, how can they get away? These are questions that I've heard people say that I talk to on a regular basis. How can they sell something they don't have? Because in truth, there's a lot of people out there that are just buying SLV contracts to make a buck. They buy it at 22 and then the spot price goes up to 23 and they sell it and they made a buck, except they made a buck on 1 million shares. So they made $1 million. However, you know, that when that does come, and the day comes where that's it, everybody's going to move their money to silver and gold, I believe. We're already slowly seeing gold creeping up. Now, you look in any point in history where gold and silver really did well, and you look what happened prior, a month or 2 prior to that, and silver ran away. So silver runs away, it starts climbing, and then all of a sudden gold gets crazy and catches up. Silver gets crazy and catches up. And that's what I think is going to happen pretty soon. We're seeing the gold go up right now. Now, what are my thoughts on gold? I had one friend ask me, why would you buy any gold if you think silver is going to have a bigger return at some point? Gold is a stable. It ain't going nowhere. You can look at silver, and maybe you bought silver at $30 and now it's worth 28. It came down. Well, you know what? Chances are if you bought gold, you're probably up. Why? Because gold is a tier 1 asset. It's sustainable. It's there. You're not gambling, in my opinion. Some people want to make it sound like you buy precious metals, you're gambling. It's as far off from the truth as I could ever believe. I mean, how is precious metals gambling? You hold it, you own it. Cryptos, I had a debate with someone yesterday on cryptos, and he pointed out that in 2005, I think it was, Bitcoin was 0.0009 cents, and silver was at, I don't know, I can't remember what he said, like $15. Now silver's at 28, it's doubled, and Bitcoin's at 30,000. Okay. Bitcoin hasn't been around long enough to prove itself, in my opinion. It doesn't mean Bitcoin's a bad investment. I know there's people out there that like Bitcoin. I mean, darn, I hold cryptos. Why do I hold cryptos? If I am not a firm believer, I buy them because I'm diversified. I'm diversified, and the cryptos that I have, I'm hoping to see them do well, and they're cheap. So I think they can do well. Now, are they gambling? Absolutely. I would say 100%. If you're buying something that's not in the top 10 cryptos, you're gambling. Although one of mine, I guess, is in the top 10, but it's at the bottom of the top 10. But I have a lot of it. And I expect at some point money will flow in more because of the meme cryptos. When dollars start flowing rapidly, and Bitcoin and other cryptos and other assets are doing really well, I think that dumb money out there, unfortunately, is going to put into cryptos. What are they going to put into? Are they going to put into a $30,000 Bitcoin, or are they going to put into a penny Shiba Inu? Now, none of this, I'm not telling you buy Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin, buy Shiba, don't buy Shiba. I don't really care what people do. I tell you guys, silver and gold is the safest asset in my opinion. That's my wealth. That's my savings. At some point down the road, we are going to see silver and gold really go crazy. Do I think it's going to be a great world when silver goes up to, I don't know, 100, 200, 300? I heard a great video today, $300 silver. It ain't an argument that I haven't heard before. I mean, I've heard every argument. I've heard 100. I make a solid $100 argument, but I use the same basis that the people that are shooting for $300 silver make. That gold is probably going to go up more from here. And when it does, silver is going to drastically shoot up. I believe that we're at a really high place for gold silver to gold ratio. When both metals start going up, I believe that ratio will be closed to a smaller number. And when that happens, that means that silver will be basically, you'll be able to get more ounces of silver. Less ounces of silver for every ounce of gold, or vice versa. It would be nice to be able to trade a tube of silver for an ounce of gold. Now, I know some people say, why would you do that? Because at a certain point, we've manipulated this system so much that when it corrects, it's going to be like a beach ball in a swimming pool. It's going to skyrocket, and we're going to see some crazy things happen. We're going to see food get astronomical. I've always said this. If you don't have food, prep, supplies, and all you have is some silver and gold or some precious metals, you might be in trouble. Why do I say that? So the first thing I started doing, which was a mistake in my opinion, I started stacking. Before I did anything, I started stacking. Why? Because I talked to someone that his wife was from Venezuela. He said he bought precious metals for when the system starts collapsing. He was already a prepper. But he was telling me about metals because he knew I was into money. I'm a money person. I'm driven by money to a certain point, and I like it. I like following numbers. And that's what he told me about. When he told me about that, I started studying it. I started studying it hardcore. I started studying Venezuela. I started studying Zimbabwe, Weimar, Germany, your big places where we've seen cash just basically get inflated away to nothing. And I seen a common thing in all of them places. The food was astronomical. People were hungry. People were trading their jewelry in for it. People were doing whatever they had to do. Look at Lebanon right now. People are trading jewelry for food. And I said, you know what? You can one-up the system if you already have your food at a cheap price, and then you also have some precious metals. Why? Because I don't want to trade my precious metals for a bag of rice. Because when I have no food and stuff hits the fan, and someone says, hey, I got this tasty bag of rice here. You haven't eaten for how many days? Look at your kid. He's losing weight. Man, you could really use that bag of rice. Oh, what do you really? Oh, yeah, what do you want for it? What you got? Oh, well, I got this ounce of silver. I don't know, do you have any more bags of rice? He said, no, I don't. I have one bag of rice. Do you want it or not? You give me that ounce of silver for the bag of rice. What are your choices? You're going to go hungry? If you don't have anything stacked, you're going to have to trade it because your hunger and your family's hunger is going to overwrite this ounce of silver. Now, what you're going to be saying at that point is, I should have bought some rice and some silver. Some people laugh at prepping. They still laugh at it. They believe in silver and gold. I mean, I was kind of one of them people. I didn't laugh at prepping, but I didn't see the point of it because I had silver. I said, silver's going to go up. Silver's going to go to $300, and I can trade it for lots of rice, lots of food. Okay, but when food is in short supply and people need it, they absolutely need it. It's the number one asset that people are going to need is going to be food and water. I don't want to have someone strong-arm me for an ounce of silver for a bag of rice. And if you're in that position, you're going to be hurting, especially when you can buy right now 50 pounds of rice for the price. Well, this is a bad example right now. 50 pounds of rice for an ounce of silver, which there may be a little bit more than an ounce of silver right now because back then, when I stocked up on some rice, it was $20 a bag for a 50-pound bag. However, with the ban in India of all rice exports for the time being, I think India is getting prepared. They might tell you, oh, it's just because we're in that season where they have all their wedding seasons and all that stuff. We're going into that. Okay, maybe that's true. Or maybe they know what's about ready to happen pretty soon with the BRICS currency. Because if you guys have been following BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. India's in there. They know what's going on firsthand. And if that's the case, they know that rice is going to be in demand if things start. If you don't have money, if you kind of hard up right now, maybe you got extra food, there's a lot of things you can do. Buy small items, buy silver quarters if you can get a good deal on them. It blows my mind how expensive some people are selling these for. I probably would never pay more than $5 a quarter. I wish I could find someone to buy my quarters at $5 a quarter because honestly, I don't even like silver quarters. I don't like silver dimes anymore. Ever since I had a mistake with them, even though it was my mistake, my stupidity, I still don't like the items. Why? Because I messed up and I got rid of some silver quarters. I didn't mess up and get rid of 1 ounce rounds. I didn't mess up and get rid of 5 or 10 ounce bars, but I messed up and got rid of some silver quarters and some silver halves, and now I hate constitutional silver. But it was my bad. I had them in little paper rolls like this and was cleaning, and that was a mistake. And one of my subscribers was like, dude, you never keep silver in paper. Even if you think, oh, it's over here, it's in a nice safe spot, you keep it in plastic. If you took the time to acquire it, you don't put it in paper. And here I am breaking that rule right there. So with that being said, I think we're going to see some crazy stuff happening in the upcoming month. I can't wait to see what happens on August 22nd. We did just raise interest rates here in the United States to 5.5%, but we did just have a bank collapse on Friday. With that being said, I was high hopes that this week we might see a pullback, but with the bank collapsing, there's more on the horizon, I believe. That worries me a little bit. So we're going to see what happens. I don't want the video to get too long. I've been testing out some stuff. Videos that get too long, people don't generally watch. And they definitely, if they don't watch them, they don't hit that thumbs up button for me, and they don't leave a comment, and the video just doesn't get any traction. And I put that to the test the last 2 days, with my first video being 20 minutes and only had 175, and my yesterday's video being 10 minutes and had 2,000. So with that being said, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment. If you're not subscribed, hook me up with a subscribe. And if you haven't done a shout out video and you want to, you still got 2 days to get it in. And then we're going to have an exciting live stream one night next week. I will say a day or two before. If you've been following the videos, you probably know some of what's going on during that live stream. And if you kind of just get on the video and only watch a couple minutes of it, you might not know. If you didn't comment on that July giveaway video, I highly recommend you jump over there and do it. And I'm saying this purposely at the end of the video, because the people that made it this long, I want them to have the best advantage, because I know you guys are my loyal subscribers. So I thank you guys. For those of you that are still watching, and you guys that hit the thumbs up button, it really helps out the channel. Every thumbs up makes a big difference. And go and check that July giveaway video. Even if you don't, even if when you watch it doesn't fully make sense. Oh, well, he didn't do this or he didn't get that, so it don't matter. Leave a comment. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a great night, and stack on, my friends, and prep on, because we're going to see some crazy stuff coming. It's always next month. I know people always tell me that. It's always next month. It's always next month. It's coming. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but hey, let's face it, things are getting worse. So thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great night. Take care, everybody. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.